Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Harley Carnes Podcast. Harley on the headlines. Thank you for giving me some of your time. I appreciate it. And I'd like to point out that I do realize, I do get it, that time is precious. So thank you for being there. Thanks also whenever you do. Like, follow, subscribe. It really helps. Did you know some of the missiles Iran has been shooting at its neighbors and at U.S. facilities came from North Korea? Most of us probably suspected that Pyongyang was up to that kind of, shenanigans, that they would, and might have sent some to Tehran. There are reports the missile that hit Diego Garcia was North Korean. One of the 19 long-range missiles sold to Iran by the communist regime, and many of their short-range missiles were built with help from the North Korean, mid-range too, for that matter. An author and expert on North Korean military capabilities, Bruce Bechtel, at Angelo State University in Texas, told Fox the two countries have been working together to develop the range and the lethality of Iran's weapons, and Iran pays North Korea with both cash and oil, both of which are badly needed on the northern half of that peninsula. One of the things the war with Iran has taught the U.S. military, along with watching the conflict in Ukraine, is, of course, the value in the modern theater of war of drones, little robot planes, essentially smart bombs that navigate their way right to your front door. So President Trump is working to harden Washington, D.C., particularly right around the White House. That new ballroom that's being built where the East Wing used to be, it is having a military complex built underneath it, built to withstand bombs and drones and whatnot. And that's after an enemy tries to destroy the ballroom itself, big building, strong. It's being built to withstand attacks. Plus, the cost of it all is being paid by private donations. Do Democrats appreciate that? Of course not. They're calling it bribery in plain sight, the idea being that anyone who is ponying up money to help the administration build the ballroom will want something in return. I don't know, maybe they're right, and maybe they're full of it. Can you imagine the uproar if this, like nearly all the other government construction projects, were being done with taxpayer money? What they'd be saying then. I mean, you can't make them happy. Nothing makes the Democrats happy these days, short of letting foreigners through the back door, giving them the vote, and redistributing the wealth of the nation to bring us all down to some communist ideal. It's actually pretty disgusting, the way rank and file, normal Democrats are being led by their gutless noses by the far left. President Trump says the talks with Iran are going well, evidenced by the agreement to allow 20 more oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz unmolested. Trump calls it a sign of respect from Tehran. These are Pakistani-flagged vessels. As for the talks, Mr. Trump has made it pretty clear, as long as the talks are progressing well, the U.S. won't turn out the lights on Iran by taking out their electric power plants. No promises on a deal, though. Trump says he's ready for it to go either way. One of the benefits of the Democrats' shutdown of funding for TSA and Homeland Security, and there are almost none, but one of them is ICE. People who are stuck in those long lines at airports are getting the chance to see some of the ICE agents, even to talk to them, and realize they don't have horns. They're not monsters out to hurt anyone. They're federal cops with a job to do, and they have a heart. Artemis plans to fly on Wednesday evening. Artemis, the huge spaceship that is about to take humans back to the moon. They won't get off and walk around, but they will make some circles around the moon and then come home. A 4-person crew on a 10-day mission. It's been nearly 50 years, half a century, since we went to the moon. 24 humans have done it. 12 have walked on it. That same night, by the way, for the Artemis launch is called April's full pink moon. That's what they call it, so-called. The moon won't actually appear pink, by the way. It gets its name because people noticed many, many, many years ago that the first full moon of April tends to coincide with the arrival of some of the first spring wildflowers called Phlox subulata, or wild ground phlox, and the flowers are pink. It also coincides this year, at least, with the bloom of the cherry blossoms, which are pink. Big deal in Washington, D.C. every year. Other cultures, by the way, called the coming full moon the egg moon. It was a pagan theme of the renewal of spring, also appropriated by the Catholic Church as being associated with Easter egg traditions. Same idea, spring, renewal. Even though it's not actually connected in any way to the actual meaning of Easter, the resurrection of Christ. I got a question for you. What would you rather be? And this is really a question for a young person. You know, those of us who've already made our choices. Someone who punches a bag or fights someone else in a cage? Or would you like to be someone whose job is to feed the brain, study the world, try to make it better? Filmmaker James Cameron says scientists are cool people. Don't call them nerds or geeks, even if they appear to be geeky or nerdy. Keep in mind, it is the scientist who figures out how to cure what ails you, how to grow food that can survive drought, and how to build a spaceship like Artemis and go to the moon and maybe beyond. Elon Musk has no interest in tackling someone who is running fast with a ball in his hands, but he is surely one very cool individual. James Cameron says his new series, called The Secrets of, fill in the blank, is meant to fight the stereotypes of scientists. They are neither mad nor weak. They do have a vibrant sense of purpose, are intensely curious, and some of them need to be real athletes to do what they do. Oceanographers, one example. Cameron's first show is called Secrets of the Bees for National Geographic, a profile of Dr. Sammy Ramsey. We should all tip our hats to the Sammy Ramseys of the world because keeping the bees healthy and plentiful keeps the food coming. Now, this is ridiculous. There are pictures, and it makes me hungry. The Guinness record world's longest line of Philly cheesesteak sandwiches at Philadelphia International Airport. The line of tables stretched end to end through the whole concourse between terminals B and C. That is a line of tables that fades into the blurry distance. And on those tables went a line of cheesesteaks, making what looked like super long lines for TSA checkpoints. One end all the way to the other. A little short turn, then back to the other end, and then back again. 4 long lines of cheesesteaks. 1,291 submarine sandwich length, foot-long plus Philly cheesesteaks. That's roughly a quarter of a mile of cheesesteaks. Several restaurants participated in the efforts. I know what I'm having for lunch, no doubt about it. So thank you for joining today for Harley on the Headlines. I hope there was something worthwhile in our little collection of stories. And I hope you help put out the word. Maybe some more people can join in. Like, follow, subscribe, send some emails. I sure do appreciate it. In the meantime, I am Harley Carnes, and we'll talk again. Until then, do yourself a real favor. Make some good decisions in your life today. Be happy. That is a choice. And fly safe. It's the only way to get there.